Good evening. My name is Spencer Nealand. As you know, Consecration Sunday is next Sunday, November 13th. I've been asked to speak with you today about stewardship. As we approach Consecration Sunday, please spend some time to meditate and pray on your personal financial commitment to God's kingdom. Consecration Sunday is Stewardship Sunday, when we set apart our money, ourselves, and our whole lives to God's holy purposes. Think about what percentage of my income is God calling me to give. There will be festive gatherings after the 9:10, the 11:15, and the 6 p.m. worship services. We hope that you will join us. I find myself here today addressing my fellow parishioners and feeling at home, surrounded by a community of faith and the love of God. When I was asked to share my personal story and my thoughts on stewardship, I didn't hesitate to say yes. Of course, when I sat down over a cup of coffee to chat with Ava and admitted that I didn't feel prepared and that I wasn't sure what to say, she said with a smile, "Well, then why did you say yes?" I laughed and said, "Well, because I wanted to speak. I wanted to say yes because I had something to contribute, even if I was unsure it would make a difference." It was a challenge for me to find the courage to sit and reflect on my journey of faith. I spent many years when I was younger singing in church choirs, first in college, then at Grace Church in Brooklyn Heights, and even here at St. James, where I would substitute in the bass section back in the 90s. But all through my 30s and my 40s, I struggled with my faith, and my attendance at church was limited to the times when my sister, Margot, would ask me to join her and my nephews here at St. James. In the fall of 2017, when my nephews Preston and Wiley were confirmands, and my mom asked me if I would attend the parish weekend with them, it would be a good, she said, it would be quality uncle time with your nephews, and as their godfather, it would be appropriate for you to go with them. Of course, I had other plans for my long weekend, but I decided to say yes. After arriving at the camp in Monticello on a beautiful fall evening, I had no idea what to expect. To my surprise and to the chagrin of my mother, I hardly saw my nephews over the course of 2 days. The confirmands had their own schedule of events, and the adults had theirs. One of the first people I got to know was Zach. We had been assigned to the same cabin, and the first morning, he was confined to bed with a terrible cold. I discovered that Zach was new at St. James that fall, and even though I had attended St. James for years with my family, I was feeling new at St. James myself. Over the course of the weekend, I made new friends and reconnected with people I hadn't seen in years. The uneasy feeling of being in a new community was displaced by the warm welcome I experienced. I didn't realize it at the time, but that weekend was the renewal of my journey of faith. I was struck by the openness of the conversations that weekend, and I began to learn that we were all on different places along the way in our journey of faith. I have not had the chance to attend another parish weekend, but I have been drawn more deeply into the community over the last 5 years. I enjoy the 6 p.m. candlelight service and participate in the Gay Men's Reading Group, which has been a valuable forum of discussion and reflection that has helped me better understand my faith and feel more welcomed in the wider community at St. James. Most recently, one of my favorite parts of the liturgy has become the place in the communion rite where we proclaim the mystery of faith. It fills me with wonder and hope and gratitude. Almost 3 years ago, my sister Margot passed away after a battle with cancer, and I'm grateful for the support and love I have received from this community and the clergy at St. James in preparing for her funeral and throughout the process of mourning her loss. St. James is a place where I feel connected to my sister and can contemplate her loss, knowing that her life has been transformed and not ended. The same feeling that moved me to say yes when I was asked to speak tonight is the feeling that moves me to give to St. James. And I draw on my faith knowing that God will provide what I need, and the commitment that I make to St. James in stewardship for 2023 helps me grow in faith and feel more rooted in the community. You will receive your 2023 commitment card during worship on November 13th. Thank you, and see you next week for Consecration Sunday.